Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for the Liberty Communications Assistant Coach Minute. And tonight it is Jason Miller, Sports Information Director here for the Bears. And Jay Bird, how long have you been doing this? You just kind of have been around.
About since, I think, 2001 or 2.
15, 16 years. So explain to us, what exactly are your duties here with the team?
First and foremost, it's amazing that when you're a successful football program like West Branch has been, the amount of media requests and media people that come and visit. I'm not Steve Rowe and I'm not Phil Hattie at the University of Iowa, but it's pretty amazing that you get 3, 4, 5 people every week to your games when you're not winning a state championship and you're not, but they just like to come to the Little Rose Bowl. So we sort of coordinate that and make sure at the end of the games the interviews don't go too long so the kids can get on the bus and Coach Peterson can get on the bus and they can begin their weekend activities. That's the biggest thing that we do.
Talk a little bit about that. I mean, what is it that you see? I mean, you get a chance to come out here to practice. You know, do you have memories that jump out? A favorite opportunity, a favorite thing that you're a part of here with this program in the last 15 years?
You know, I probably getting the opportunity to interview Sideline Jerry last week. When he talked mostly about the Hoover Foundation. See, I mixed it up last week as well. He talked a lot about that. To hear it from his side, to hear how much that connects to the communities. I mean, when you're from West Branch, you got to realize how much that means to our community. But from the football perspective, when I was young, he was the voice of the Bears. He was you. He was Mike Quinlan. He was the voice that I knew when I was 8 or 10 years old. He and Vid Johnson were the two guys that I knew as a kid. So to be able to work kind of side by side with him now, it's people say life goes full circle. Well, it's 180. And now I'm not the kid anymore. He's there, and I'm going to be kind of next to him. That's one thing. And then, just kind of being around a couple times when we've been to the Dome a few years, being around to see the excitement at North Cedar in 2010 after coming back from 21 down to see the kids on the field. They wanted us to do interviews. How in the heck am I supposed to get people? We're out here celebrating, going to the Dome where we're down 21 points, had no business coming back. That was probably the fondest football memory from the 16, 17 years.
Okay. Talk about, just the different kids. I mean, obviously you've seen a lot of them over the years, but, seeing just the development and then maybe even a couple of them, I mean, you've got a few on staff now that you've seen within the last 15 years that are back in the coaching ranks. Talk about that maturity when maybe they're a wide-eyed freshman the first day of practice that year to when they get done with their program after 4 years.
Well, for Austin Finnegan, for one. He joined the high school staff last year, and when he was younger, he was, kind of anxious about what's going to go on. He wanted to know everything that was going on. And now you've seen him grow into, early, mid-20s kind of guy, and he's really low-key and really down to earth. But when he's on the practice field, when it's time to get after it, he gets after it. When the kid needs to hear something, he lets them know in a respectful way. And he's always the first one there to give them a high five on the sidelines when they come off. But you see him go from kind of being a little bit timid to now being very active and a guy that the kids respect. That's one. And, Big Jack. Jack has always been big. I mean, he was called young.
He was big when he was a ball boy when I was playing.
Then I remember Jack telling me in about 2000, I was like, Jack, which position do you want to play? Jack said, well, when I get older, I'm going to play quarterback and punter. Now, Jack didn't get to play either quarterback or punter.
Though he did practice punting quite a bit his senior year.
Oh, he did. And it was beautiful. He had about a 25-yard average. It was pretty solid. That was with the snap, so about 15. But he always worked on it. And Jack was always around football. To see him literally grow when he was in about 4th grade, he was taller than me. Yeah. And now he's grown in. Jack's a fantastic coach, and it comes, obviously, it runs in his genes because his father, Larry, was a wonderful coach. Just a couple of those guys. And then Cole Kelly. Coming back to coach now. Boy, is he full of fire. Matt knows him as his classmate. I know him now as a coach and a friend. So to see him go from a really, really fiery, excitable football player to taking that to the football field has been a neat transition. And then Tyler Bailey, he gets up a little bit, but he's always a little bit more. He's pretty even-keeled. So.
Except for when the refs say something that he doesn't like, but we won't even go there.
How do you get a penalty for being emotional, for being, in a positive manner? Yeah. We didn't even mention Hirsch.
Yeah, and Hirsch, too. I mean, you guys had some stories back in the day. If we had, that could be a halftime or maybe a highlight. Yeah, that's just something else. So Tipton tonight. We're looking forward to it. It should be a good game. Senior night, chance to win the district title. Jason, thanks for everything that you do, and thanks for joining us here tonight.
I enjoy it. Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
That is Jason Miller, tonight's Liberty Communication Assistant Coach Minute. Back with more of the pregame. This is the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.